Okay, good evening. Here I'd like to present my research under the title is the Inside Greenhouse Climatic Prediction at Northern Coastal West Java. With me, Jauharotul Maknunah. I'm from Politeknik Negeri Indramayu. The outline of this presentation is the first introduction, methodology, result and discussion, conclusion and reference. For the background of this research is the introduction to the greenhouse technology. We know that the greenhouse is a controlled environment structure designed to protect plants from fluctuating weather conditions, and in the greenhouse it offers numerous advantages such as precise control over the air temperature, humidity regulation and irrigation schedules, making them ideal for improving the agricultural yields. The advance in the greenhouse modeling and simulation. First, the modern simulation technique, it shifts from the static to dynamic models for predicting the real-time climate responses to factors like temperature, humidity, solar radiation and ventilation. The advanced models, the new models accounts for heat loss, heat input, ventilation efficiency, condensation, infiltration, and humidity control. The intelligent control system for the greenhouse environments, the switching controls, and climate interaction studies have shown the benefits of dynamic control models and explore the climate interaction. The impact of the shading and ventilation factors like shading and ventilation significantly affect the internal greenhouse temperature. For the innovative control techniques, first, the fogging control with pulse width modulation. It shown that it reduces the water consumption by 8 to 15% compared to the fixed cycle. And with using the adaptive neurophase inference system, they applied to regulate greenhouse temperatures with the high accuracy. The implementation of the Takagi-Sugino-Fuzzy models, it demonstrated the robust performance in complex greenhouse system. The challenges in accessibility for small-scale farmers, we know that the implementation of the advanced models and control system is often costly. It's limiting the usage to large-scale operation. And the gap in practical application is the limited access to modern control techniques for smaller agriculture businesses. The goals for this research is first to develop a cost-effective and scalable greenhouse climate control system, and to the real-time monitoring and IoT-based adaptive control technique make precision agriculture more accessible for small to medium-sized farms. The methodology of this research, first is we design the greenhouse. The design of the greenhouse is shown by this figure with the size of the greenhouse. And then we get the secondary data about the climatic conditions on the north coast of Java. We get the secondary data from the BMKG. That's the climatic condition in the greenhouse is the air temperature, humidity, air velocity or the wind speed, and the solar radiation. The greenhouse dynamic modeling, we start with the modeling or the equation of the overall energy balance in the greenhouse. Overall energy balance in the greenhouse equals to the energy that entering to the greenhouse subtract to the energy that exiting to the greenhouse through the greenhouse. The energy that entering the greenhouse is equals to the energy of the solar radiation that entering the greenhouse, and the energy that exiting the greenhouse or the lost energy is the sum of several energies, that is the heat loss due to the conductive heat loss, and the heat loss to the soil, the heat transfer due to the ventilation, the heat transfer due to the infiltration, and the heat transfer due to the long wave radiation. This is the equation of the heat loss by conduction and the heat loss by the soil. And this is the equation for the heat loss by the radiation, heat loss by the ventilation, and the heat loss by the infiltration. And then we get the equation for the air temperature and relative humidity on the inside of the greenhouse. The values of the variables describing the system behavior change with time, and we simulating the all of the equation with the simulink from the MATLAB. First is the simulated temperature value in the greenhouse shown in this figure, and we know that the temperature in the internal temperature of the greenhouse is show a clear diurnal pattern, and we know that the greenhouse temperature consistently higher than the outside temperature of the greenhouse. The peak temperature recorded around midday, about 12 p.m., likely due to the greenhouse structure capturing and trapping solar radiation. The benefit of the higher internal temperature is to elevate the internal temperature support enhance plant growth, and especially beneficial during the cooler external condition. It can providing a more stable and controlled climate. The implication for the greenhouse management, we have to important to closely monitor internal temperatures, and we have to excessive heat may harm plant health, and emphasize the necessity of the effective temperature control system for maintaining optimal ground condition. And this is for the relative humidity value in the greenhouse, and by the simulating of the MATLAB, we know that internal relative humidity levels consistently lower than external levels. In the internal is lower than the external. It's due to the higher internal temperatures and controlled ventilation. These conditions reduce the moisture retention within the greenhouse. It can help prevent fungal growth and moisture-related disease, benefiting the plant health. The essential to the maintain balanced air levels, excessively low humidity can stress plants, impacting transition and overall health. The implication for greenhouse climate management is to emphasize need for integrated climate control system, and the optimal plant growth requires the dynamic adjustment of both temperature and humidity. The result and discussion, we know that the simulation shown an inverse relationship between the temperature and the humidity. We know as temperature rises, the relative humidity is decreases. This interaction highlights a common challenge in maintaining optimal greenhouse conditions. By balancing temperature and humidity for plant health, first to elevate the temperatures, it can accelerate plant growth and can lead to excessive water loss through transpiration, especially with low humidity. With the high humidity, it can reduce the water stress in plant, increases the risk of disease and mold growth. The need for integrated control system is a precise control system is essential to regulate both temperature and humidity, and advanced sensors and real-time feedback are vital for maintaining balanced condition. In the future direction in climate control, with future research should explore adaptive control system and machine learning. These strategies could adjust climate parameters dynamically based on the real-time data and plant needs, aimed at enhancing sustainability and efficiency of the greenhouse operation. The conclusion is from the discussion, we know that the simulation show the inverse relationship between the temperature and the humidity. And the role of greenhouse in modern agriculture is the greenhouse play a vital role in enabling the cultivation of high-value crops in regions with unsuitable climates. Control environments allow for precise regulation for humidity and light exposure, extension for plant growth and yield. Effectiveness of dynamic modeling and simulation. The MATLAB or simulation effectively predict and manage greenhouse environment variables. Finding confirms that the greenhouse can maintain optimal conditions despite the external climate fluctuations, ensuring stable crop production. Challenge for small-scale farmers. The practical and cost-effective climate control system remain the challenging for small-scale farmers. Model-based control techniques and intelligent system, while effective, demand substantial investment and technical expertise. The future direction and opportunities is the ongoing research and technological advancement are moving towards accessible, affordable greenhouse system. A promising future lies in broader adoption of greenhouse technologies, enhancing the sustainability and food security in agriculture. And here are the references from that we use in this research. And thank you.